This is Ollie Brockett here for LowKickMMA. Joining me today is UFC middleweight Joseph Ugly Man Holmes, ahead of his upcoming bout against Jun Yong Park this October 29th at the UFC Apex. Joseph, thank you for your time. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Appreciate your time too, Ollie.
It's my pleasure. I know you said you're driving, getting a bed for your kid. How's your day been today?
It's been pretty good, man. Yeah, I just been running around. I went in, paid child support. I went in, got my kid a bed. Well, my girl ordered the bed for him online, but I copped him a mattress
Uh,
for it. And yeah, we just moved into a new place, so we've been just running around, getting it together.
Super. So the missus got you doing all the chores.
Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean. I want to play video games, but I got to finish the honey-do list first. So.
What video games are you playing of late?
I've been playing Apex, Apex mainly. Just grinding that out really hard. I like to, like when I play games. I know a lot of people like to play a bunch of different games, but when I play games, I focus on one. I try and get really good at that one game, and then eventually I'll jump into something else.
I'm the same. I've got FIFA in the front room. It's just came out, and even though it makes me rage, it's just that new game, and you want to get the best of it. But,
Yeah.
anyways, I'll head back into it because, as I said, you're a very busy man. Last time you were on the show, you spoke to my colleague Nikel, and in that interview, you were getting a tattoo, and you were getting a Patrick Star tattoo. I had to ask, have you got any more tattoos, any more additions heading into this fight later this month?
I didn't get them. Well, I kind of got them around the same time, but I got this. I don't know if you
Oh,
can see
what? Ah,
Buttercup,
that's kind of cool, you know.
Powerpuff Girl. Yeah, I got Buttercup, and then I got Bubbles added
Oh, you
to
got
my
some Super
sleeve. And
Saiyan as
then,
well.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got Goku, but that Patrick Star that you mentioned, that's him right there
Oh,
with his head stuck in the trombone.
that is so cool, man. I've only got a few tattoos, but when I'm making some money, I'm gonna get covered on some of them. So, I kind of like the idea of how you've got some favorite childhood memories tattoos on you. I find that really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's an idea I've had for a long time, and I always wanted to do it, but I didn't have the right tattoo guy. I didn't have the funds. You know what I mean? Things like that. So,
I feel you. Anyways, I also know that your missus also was getting a SpongeBob tattoo at the time. I want to ask and use this opportunity to ask, like, what does you know, her being in your life and your MMA career mean to you? And especially during a fight camp, like, what goes into it and how does it, affect you? Is it a positive thing?
is it a positive thing, like me and my girl's relationship?
Yeah, yeah. Like, how does it affect your MMA career? Is it, I know you're so close. Does you feel like you get more out of it?
Yeah, I mean, me and my girl are super duper close, and she's involved with my entire camp. She handles all my meals, she handles my travels, she handles my schedule, make sure I know like what time I got to be at what gym or things like that. So man, I could she's being with her, man, has changed everything for me as far as my being organized, or eating the right things and doing all the things I have to do, being at the right place at the right time, waking up early so I can eat or hydrate before I have to go somewhere, and not just like waking up and going. You know what I mean? And then, plus, girls make everything smell better. So when I got now my laundry's getting done at a timely manner and stuff like that. So man, it's yeah, being with a woman is a game changer for me. It was, at least.
Does it help you in your fight camp, as you said, getting, helping you get up in the morning, go to training? Does it like what does that mean?
Yeah, like I just mean like, well, for starters, like, so for 7 weeks I was going to Glory MMA for this camp, and we were going back to back every week. So my girl works on the weekend, so she'll work Saturday, Sunday, get off like Sunday evening, take a quick nap, and then she will drive me to Kansas City in the middle of the night while I try and sleep, so I can be rested for training at 10 a.m. Um, he does that back to back for this camp she did it for 7 weeks in a row, but other times this was the most that we've done it, but other times she's done it, like 4 weeks in a row, or like a quick 2 weeks or whatever. So my girl makes sure that I get everywhere, man. Like, and then I don't drive, so like I'm driving now, but I usually don't drive. She normally just makes sure I'm great, man, because I just feel like she really understands like how much of my mental goes into what I do. So she definitely takes the load off of me.
So she's an integral part to your fight camp as well. Like it's not just the training, it's the everyday things, and she makes that so much easier for you and gives you that support. And I find that so cool. I just had to ask you about that. But
Yeah,
like you
absolutely. Yeah,
said,
it's a great.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying that was a great question too. I appreciate you asking that.
Like you said, your missus takes you to Glory MMA. I understand you've been training there for a little bit now. Talk to me how that's been going and how that all came about. As you said, I know you live in Texas, and the drive to Missouri is so long. Like, how did that all come about?
Well, I got to a place at my gym, SFS MMA in Mesquite, Texas, where there wasn't a lot of competition for me at my gym. So me and my coach have been talking about that, and I've cross trained with other gyms on and off throughout the years, but we were looking for someone else to bring on board, to help me get better too, and not just for me to make everyone else better, but So I got with Iridium Sports, and I seen Kraus was kind of like coming on the scene a little bit more at the time. This was about a year and a half ago, close to 2 years ago, and I've always been a fan of him and Tim Elliott. So I just did a little research on Instagram, saw that they were real close, saw that they train at Glory MMA, Tim and James. So I asked Jason, my manager at Iridium, I was like, dude, can I go train with Kraus? He's like, oh, he's a super nice guy. Just reach out to him. I'm sure he'd love to have you. And he did, man. I reached out to him, and that's exactly what he says. He's like, man, yeah, come on through. You're welcome anytime. He's just like, yeah, come on. And so he basically was just like, you're good. If you ever want to come out, I got you. Just come train. And I took him serious. So I immediately came. So I that one time I just went for a week, but I immediately turned back around and went out there for like a whole like month, just going back and forth. My girlfriend at the time, but it's my fiance now, but her aunt and uncle live around the area, so they let us stay with them, and it's just everything's just aligned perfectly for that to be where I'm training at the time. So we just have to put in a little effort, you know what I mean? Driving in the middle of the night, it is 8.5 hours, but the work that I get when I'm there is just totally worth it.
That's extreme dedication. I could not imagine driving 9 hours in the evening all the way to your training camp, but that shows how dedicated you are and how good the training you must be getting. I wanted to ask you also about James Krause. Will he be in your corner on the October 29th?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So you're excited to have that advice coming into the corner for the first time?
Excited wouldn't be the word. I'm just more like it just like I'm just locked in. Like I know that I have like some of the best, advice coming from my corner. So it's just like I'm ready to fight. Like I'm ready to show what we're gonna do this guy.
Oh yeah. Well, before I get into that, I want to ask on that card you're fighting on. It's a featherweight main event between Calvin Kattar and my fellow countryman Arnold Allen. Are you staying around to watch it, or you and your missus going out and spending some of that bonus you might get?
Well, if they let me, I would love to stay. That'd be awesome. I have a nice suit I'd like to wear anyway, but I don't know. I like Kattar a lot though, so it's gonna be an interesting fight. But yeah, no, I don't know. A lot of times they kind of just like work you towards the exit, so it's kind of like
Well, we saw that with Johnny
you pretty
Walker,
much
didn't we?
are,
I was just going to say we saw that with
yeah,
Johnny
yeah. They kicked him.
Walker. Yeah. Sorry, I
Yeah,
think I cut out
they
there.
kicked him.
Sorry.
But it does kind of cut out here and there for a little bit, but I just worked through it. But yeah, that was funny. But that's basically what they do. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't have clothes, but
Well, Johnny Walker's a crazy guy, isn't he? He's just going to do it anyway for the big laughs. You know, you saw him in his stag do doing a worm at his a worm at his stag do. Sorry,
yeah, didn't he throw his shoulder out doing the worm or some shit?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, so back to your fight. You're facing someone who's had 6 fights in the UFC and he's won 4 of them. What are you expecting him to bring, and what do you think of Jun Yong Park as well?
I think he's a tough guy. I think he's a nice guy. He's a winner. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't think he's super entertaining, but he's a very tough fighter, and he's going to be a tough fight. But I'm excited for the test. You know what I mean? And to get that number 36 spot.
Oh yeah. If if things were to go your way against Park, how would you prefer to get your hand raised? Is it by a first round knockout, or is it submission, or are you just business as always?
Well, I mean, I just prefer whichever way is more efficient. Like, I don't have a preference when it comes to knocking him out or anything like that. And I don't think he said anything mean about me. So I don't just extra want to knock him out or anything. But if that's the way I have to take him out, I will, and then, yeah, if I got to choke him or something, then I will in a heartbeat.
I love that. So you talked about moving up in the rankings. If things were to if you were victorious, sorry, against Park, is there anyone in particular you've got your eye on, or is it, you just want to get anyone
Yeah, I
who's
mean,
given to you?
I'd like to face Pfeiffer maybe, but I don't know what they got going on for him. But that Joe Pfeiffer guy's coming in and getting all these praises and didn't even put in half the work I had to put in to get to where I am right now. So I definitely like to knock him off his high horse. That's for sure.
I love that. So I have a question that I ask a lot of my guests. In an ideal world, where would you like to see yourself in a year's time from now? Like, what position would Joseph Holmes love to be in?
Next year,
Yeah, a year's time from now.
yeah, in a year. I mean, I want to be like top 20, somewhere like that, top 20. Probably opening up my own gym or something like that, maybe, and yeah, something like that. Probably opening up my own spot and yeah, and freaking top 20.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
trying to fight a good amount. I'm just planning a wedding, so
Yeah, that must be stressful. And as you said, you've got lots of traveling to do, but as you said, you're very dedicated, and you're in a position where you can make an impact. And you've just came into the UFC, and a win over Park, I think, would help boost that chance. And with the fight against Pyther, you're looking very excited, and I can't wait to see you fight. Speaking about Park, have you got like a prediction that you think would happen?
yeah. I mean, I think I'll probably catch him in a choke in the second. I know he's gonna try and grapple me a lot in the first, but he has a bald head. He has a bald head, so a lot of people with bald heads are hard to catch early because they can just work him out real easy. But yeah, I mean, I think I'll catch him in a choke um, or with a knee or something for sure. Something coming up the middle.
Oh, lovely. Your last fight, you caught your opponent in a knee and you found your way in their back again. So you're hoping to repeat the same performance.
Not hoping to, but I'm ready to. If he gives it up, I mean, I'm always trying to get someone's back. The entire fight. So the moment I see the opening, I'm going to jump on it. That's just natural instinct for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it being a knockout, or I'm not worried about it being any certain way. But my big thing is I just got to find out where I'm going to hurt him, and then I'm going to just keep hurting him in that spot over and over until he gives up.
As you said, you don't care really. You want to beat someone in the most efficient way possible. Just personally, would you prefer, if you could, like not just Park, just anyone, do you prefer knocking someone out or choking someone out? What would you preferred win be in any sort of fight?
I guess knocking someone out probably feels more satisfying. Yeah,
Okay, lovely. Well,
yeah, I
before
think definitely. Sorry.
no, no, sorry, it's me being in England and our terrible rain ruining the connection. But before I let you go, because I know you're a busy guy and I didn't want to take too much of your time, I wanted to give you the floor to shout out any sponsors and people that you want to.
Shout out to Self Motivated, athletic clothing line, and if you go to their website, I have my Ugly Man Joe shirts for sale on there. Self Motivated, that is. And shout out to Outback Steakhouse in Mesquite. We had an awesome meet and greet last night with a totally just amazing turnout. A bunch of people came out to come and have fun with me and show some love and support. And man, I appreciate that experience. Last night was amazing. And then shout out to you, Ollie. Appreciate your time, brother. For
Oh man, I'm blessed for that call out. I wish you all the luck on your fight on October 29th against Jun Park. And I can't wait to see you perform. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I hope you have a lovely day today, pal. I'll see you next time.
You do the same. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, pal.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.